All's well that ends well, wrote the human playwright Shakespeare. This little episode, which began with the greatest living Dermalian, Olivier the Shakespearean reenactor, the anthro-archaeologist who discovered the ruins of the New York Public Library, who was the first Dermalian to assume human form, and who fell so in love with human theater after discovering the ancient works of Shakespeare, preserved in what the humans and some other extinct species, for that matter, called a time capsule, that he learned English and became a Shakespearean actor. Relatively speaking, the number of Dermalians who became enamored of human form and culture was greater than ever had happened in the history of Dermalian space exploration and investigation of extinct intelligent alien species. It must be said, however, that not all Dermalians, including myself, found the vertical symmetry of humans
Who gives
attractive.
anything to poor Tom?
But there was something quite dashing and thrilling about Olivier on stage, even playing the grotesque madman, poor Tom. As he was that fateful night this episode began, when Olivier was stricken by a stroke and slipped into a coma on stage. Not even the best coma specialists could revive the reenactor. No one knew that if the human body had a stroke, the Dermalian body would go into a coma. To keep the reenactor alive while searching for a cure, the doctors built a bodysuit that stimulated him to continually ambulate and keep his circulation functioning. As it happens, I, as High Counselor, had just announced that a revolutionary new spaceship, the Space Bubble, had been created for the Earth Project, a spaceship with highly intelligent plasma that was designed to stay in constant symbiosis with human Dermalian physiology. The reenactor's doctors prescribed that he be a passenger on the Space Bubble's first voyage to Earth. I and my number one, Subcommander Jacqueline Pierce, the ambitious head of the Earth Project, the very ambitious head of the Earth Project, handpicked a young coma specialist, Dr. Jane, a human Dermalian who was a highest level empath. Dr. Jane would be able to collect data on the reenactor in a completely controlled environment, specifically designed for human Dermalian physiology. The Shakespearean reenactor's voyage to Earth was not a cure. We did not know that the cure would happen because of Dr. Julia Verne, an ill-tempered lowest-level empath who was on psychological probation for learning Italian so that she could violate the Earth team's requirement that everyone speak English. She insisted that all of us call her La Dottoressa. La Dottoressa, having failed to receive endorsement for her theories on the use of plasma therapies to treat human Dermalian disorders, became a plastics expert. She frequently complained about her job, claiming, "Non mi piace la plastica." Lieutenant Blondie was the third member of Captain Méliès's Earth team. Lieutenant Blondie's primary area of study was human hormones, specifically growth hormones and adolescent hormones. The use of herself as a test subject sometimes did lead to conflict with her colleagues, particularly La Dottoressa. Subcommander Pierce gave new orders to Earth Team Captain Georges Méliès. He also happened to be her husband. Captain Méliès was accustomed to frequent fricases between La Dottoressa and Lieutenant Blondie, but he warned them that their outbursts would not be tolerated once the Shakespearean reenactor landed. La Dotteressa was quite distressed by Captain Mélière's unusually stern demeanor because she had been conducting unauthorized and quite illegal experiments that would be difficult to conceal once the space bubble arrived. La Dotteressa, being deficient in empathy, did not consider that there might be far-reaching consequences beyond herself as a result of her experiments. Captain Méliès, who had never been able to completely merge into human form, was immediately affected by Dr. Verne's Little Big Bang, as was Olivier, the Shakespearean reenactor, just as a space bubble entered Earth's atmosphere. The Shakespearean reenactor recovered from his coma more quickly than ever had been thought possible. He was later heard to say that getting his life back made it more melancholy to visit Earth, where human folly had destroyed themselves and nearly all other fauna